wanted to invite us to consider the practice of forgiveness. Forgiveness, which is one of the beautiful practices of the heart. It's an act of generosity of the heart when the heart lets go of rocks, a rock that it has been carrying. And in some ways we can think of actually forgiveness practice is another aspect, is another dimension of metta, loving kindness. How so? So if you consider metta, loving kindness, cultivating goodwill, as a generosity of our heart, as a generosity of care towards ourselves, towards others, this act of generosity can explain itself, can express itself in a generosity of letting go of something that has been carried when the time is right, to know that forgiveness cannot be rushed, cannot be pushed, cannot be forced, but it can be cultivated the same way that kindness and goodwill can be cultivated. They can't be forced, but they can be cultivated as we turn our minds gently towards kindness, turn gently towards generosity of goodwill. It tends to become, as the Buddha says, the proclivity of our minds. Whatever you ponder upon frequently becomes the tendency, the inclination of your mind, says the Buddha. So we can incline our minds, our hearts, towards kindness, goodwill, trusting that, it will become the proclivity of our heart, our minds. The same way with forgiveness. We incline our mind, our heart towards forgiveness, not forcing, not saying, okay, now forgive, let go, now you have to. That's not the idea. That can become really forced. Whereas if we incline, if we turn our mind, may it be possible, is it possible to let go? Is it possible to forgive in this moment? Inclining our minds, our hearts to make it more possible. It is said that there is this saying that is said for awakening, that awakening is an accident and meditation makes you more accident prone. So in the same way, we can think of forgiveness, kindness, love, all of these can be accidents that just the heart opens up to, right? The heart can open up to forgiving. And this meditation, these cultivation practices make us more accident prone. They set the conditions for these beautiful gifts to occur on their own. One last thing I want to say before we practice is there are different dimensions to forgiveness, and we will explore a subset of them today. Maybe we'll do more in the next sessions. There is forgiving ourselves. There is forgiving others. There's asking forgiveness from others in our hearts, maybe not in person, but in our hearts. And then the fourth aspect is offering forgiveness to the causes and conditions that brought you and another being or another group of beings in entanglement, in some kind of entanglement. So forgiving the causes and conditions that you can't control. And that's where wisdom, really the wisdom practice comes in with the forgiveness practice, is acknowledging that, not all of these causes and conditions are within our control.